Stop.
Fences and value cards.
And detachment. Yeah.
And detachment. What? Value cards. Fences and detachment. Well, I think part of the society that we live in is reliant on us all being semi-detached almost all the time. And that most of our senses are usually working at half-mast, if at all. And that's the reason why we are able to work in this type of setting.
I've noticed as far as senses and detachment go, Mayor Lowe, whenever I go to talk to him, he's all of a sudden his eyes glazes over and he gets very detached from wherever I'm coming from. So,
he gets that way with me too.
Oh.
Don't think that you're that's sort of a...
Well, that's why I say I don't think... I mean,
he used his happy place.
I think we live in a state of
detachment.
I think I had an experience, and this is more of a sharing item, but I had do I have to pull a card for that, or am I just I was driving down the street one day. Where was I going? I can't remember where I was. Anyway, I was driving, and a concept crossed my mind, and I followed the concept intellectually until I realized that if I followed it any further, I would go insane. Like, I literally felt like if I went with that thought any further, I would lose my mind in that instant, and I had to put a lid on it. And I think that that's how we all operate, is that we have a lid on our senses and our experience on this planet, because if you were to explore it any further, like why are babies being blown up in Iraq, and why are, like, if you go too far to the whys and the hows, you'd kill yourself or lose your mind, because there's besides homelessness in Victoria, there's atrocities to a level that are inexplicable by any process in any circumstance. And so,
but isn't that, like, let's say this is approaching a different type of discussion and actually talking about things which are a little bit more real, and even by saying that you need a certain amount of detachment from your senses to even stand how it is, it maybe starts asking different sorts of questions about how deep we really have to go in order to find a real solution. Because in most of these, like when you were like part of me when you talked about that forum, I remember going to a health forum and everyone was in the room. But, you know, there wasn't a discussion about the pharmaceutical industry and how much they control things. And there's certain conversations that don't take place. And they never take place when real decisions have to be made, where that's just my opinion. And sort of like the reason for this being a little bit different is to pull out of